it on, so we'll see. Let's see if it's streaming or not. Probably is, but hey, should just be a big picture of Havoc. Shows that it is. Mm-hmm. All right, so looks like the YouTube is not working. Oh well. Oh, there's a little delay too. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Let me just I think this is what it is. Just give me 1 second. There we go. A soothing voice. All right. All right. All right, so here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some gear here. We're gonna try to make some wheels. We'll get into this here. So let's do this. Let's get into substance first. Oops. Let's get a new one. And we can't do that. Oops. Actually, where are they? Hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let's move that over there. Shit, I've got to find these things real quick. Oh my god. I know where they are, but wheels. Like how fast it would happen, right? That is that's pretty fast. I guess it's just, it all happened with luck, right? Like it all just lined up together, it all matched, it all like the stars fell in line kind of a thing. Uh Not to be gay or anything like that, but you know what I mean. Let's go here. Where's it? New textures. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, only a couple of people have it. Uh, just 1 second, I apologize here. Uh, can't find where I put my objects. What the hell? Uh, All right, maybe try this. Well, that's not gonna work very well. Cancel that. Let's get rid of that real quick. Okay, where is it? It's big, busy new textures. That's what I thought. Alrighty, we're back. So let's get rid of that. I think I know where it's at. And we'll go back into substance here. Alright, now we'll go select. There we go. Let's get back into here. Ah, maybe that's what it is. No, that's not what it is. Where the hell did it go? What does it say? Desktop. Let's see. Down. And there we go. All right. There we go. Much better, much better. Okay, and we hit OK. Discard them. Fuck them. Well, why is it acting like it's not going? Yeah, it's going. Ooh, Peoples is asking if I want to go join the streams doing some. What's it? Oh, he's playing Valorant PAX Arena, the finals. What? Ah, there we go. All right, the wheels are popping up. Well, I'll go see him once we get this done. I'm sure he's kicking ass. Let's lower that. All right, so we got our wheels. Oh crap, it's obviously all stuck to paint it somehow. Get out of that. First things first, to set up your environment, I just choose this one down there, the Tomico Studios. Close that out. Next thing, obviously, as you probably already know, you just want to kind of bake this out, I guess, to some extent. That's going to be found in your texture set settings. Simply go down to your bake mesh maps, and you're going to want to remove ID. Removing ID will help to some extent, and also allow for this to properly bake meshes, which in some 3D programs you do actually after the textures are on there, but this is just what was kind of advised to do first. This is Substance, this one here. This is it's Substance for Adobe, not Adobe Substance. So much like other 3D professional painting programs, it has a lot of capabilities and uses, but it's not an environment where a lot of stuff can be made, but it can be like designed and painted on and kind of going from there. Not bad. It's really, really fun. So this is kind of how they look. You get kind of two environments to start off with. You can play with it. You can move it around simply by holding the Alt button. Not bad. Over here, we'll go back to our properties. This is where you can kind of change around your colors, play with your colors. You know, you like it blue, you like it green, like it red. Just go over here. Go ahead and click on it. You know, you can paint on some stuff. All right. So yeah, you know, whatever. Go ahead and Control Z to get out of that. Easiest thing to do, what I found it to be really fun just for me, simply go over here to your little selection tools. Basically, your projection tool is going to be right there. Choose projection. You'll see this big, huge square thing kind of pop over. Next, down here in your little shelf, is what they want to call it, your shelf, you'll see something called textures. Click on your textures. This is basically all your stuff, right? So you have all your what they want to call your textures. Basically, inside of the folder for this program, you have a shelf and you have textures. You add all your images, stuff you want to add, stuff you want to play with, stuff you want to use, add it in there, upload it, and just get it ready to use within that folder. So easiest thing to do is you go back to those properties. This is going to be found in base color. All that you do, it's real simple. So you take whatever file you want to play with. Let's take this one here, it's just real easy. Base color, and boom. Well, as you can see, if you move Alt, that whole thing is going to cover the wheel. We'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see. If you paint it, it puts that whole image, however it is, directly on there. If you do it in 3D mode, it stays on this side. So you got to kind of remember if you turn it, just kind of hold it down, it doesn't paint the other side. Uh, so it's really just kind of working with it, move it around. You can kind of paint their head inside of there and stuff like that, you know. And you could literally just spin this thing around any way you want and just continue to paint on it until the cows come home. In the end, you get some neat effects, stuff like that. Let's turn it around over here, go this way. We'll put them right there. All right. So we got the back of it done, we'll say. Oh yeah, back's done. Pretty easy. Another way to do it is to go over here into your view modes. You can go into 2D mode. 2D only. It's another way to do it. A lot of people go to 3D only. 2D only is just the same, just 2D. Back out of all this. Let's see if we can get rid of all that crap. It's going to save periodically depending on how fast your computer goes. If I were to, let's say, stop the textures, go back to your little tool there, it removes it. You can see it's all back to white now. So we'll go back into that projection tool. Obviously, if you paint it here, it paints all that directly over it. So we'll just do that to kind of show that. And then you can kind of be left with that kind of mess. But we'll get rid of that. Control Z, just like most programs, just back out of it till you're done. You can move them around. Obviously, you hold it down. You can move this thing around, put it where you want it, put their heads how you want it. Scrolling in on your mouse wheel obviously makes this thing bigger. You can move it back up to their heads and paint them back on how you like them. Right? I like them right there. Right? We'll put this down here, but that's all I want to do with this, because then what I'm going to do is simply hold the button and turn it. So what we can do is we can actually do this, paint them right there. It will remove that if you paint over them, obviously, because it's only painting the one image per time. Paint them right there. Paint them right there. Turn it a little bit more, that way it kind of looks okay. But, you know, maybe, who knows. Paint them right back there over each other. All right, all right. All right, so that's how that works. Get rid of it. If you don't like it, you want to use something else, just get rid of it. You can always go back to any default color. Let's just say, for this, we're just going to use black wheels. Once it's black, scroll this thing back out, turn it however you want it, get rid of your projection tool because you don't have anything on it, obviously, if you removed it. Oops, it chose blue. We need to go back to black. Make this a little bigger so you can paint it all at once and you don't have a little dot to paint with. All right, now we got some black wheels to start with. Not very real there on the flat spot, but hey. All right, so we're kind of okay there, right? For wheels, I don't know. It's either or. You can do them all in 3D too, and just simply do them this way, and do the whole wheel that way. Back out a little bit, obviously. Turn the wheel around. Currently, they don't have any bearings, so you have to either put your own bearings in with the textures, put them in afterwards, you know, put them in with the image that you already have, you know, whatever works best. All right, so that's pretty much the base of it. Now that we kind of understand how to use a couple of the tools there, we're going to get into some more fun. So black wheels, use a projection tool again. Go find yourself what I like to find, and that's these things. And what these are, they are stickers from Spitfire. If you have Photoshop, we'll just do this one real quick. You can remove these backgrounds from them. You can, you know, do whatever you want, make them transparent, make them look a little bit better, and then kind of go from there. Uh, let me find another good one here. Got some Skater XL there. Here's one. I like this one. We'll put that one on there. All right, so we got the whole wheel. We're going to size this up, put it how we want it. We need to make the wheel really big, unfortunately, because that thing, the actual picture, is massive. It can fit a full-size t-shirt. So it will look a little strange here when I do it in 3D, but the end result will be good. So we'll paint that on there real quick, just basically like an iron-on patch. Get rid of your projection tool and back out and see what you did. Boom, you got a little Spitfire there right next to it. From there, if you had other textures like lines and stuff like that, or simply if you didn't like the Spitfire and you're like, oh my God, that looks gross, just simply go back over it, paint back over it once you remove your projection tool and damage is removed. Then go back in, add a different one. Well, unfortunately, I added it in my base color and not my projection tool. If you add something incorrectly with your base color, it literally will want to paint this. Watch. It's so much it doesn't even want to move. You can find out what you like. That's an iron-on patch to the max core. Almost looks like a little Santa Cruz. Mess up. Anyways, we'll get back out of that. We'll get rid of that. We didn't. That was an accident. We want to go back to black. We want to get rid of all this mess. Easiest thing to do, I've found, just to go back into 2D, paint it back to black. Super quick, super easy, super fast. Damage done. Um, Go back into your 3D mode if you want. There's a lot of different tools that do a lot of different things, so it's just fun to experiment and play with. What were we doing? We were doing the Spitfire logo. Let's just try to do it the right way. Let's add that. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Um, we'll get rid of that projection tool. We'll go back into the Santa Cruz. Uh, like I told our newest member of the Havoc team, I can't shut up, man. I just keep talking. Not because I'm hyper, but I think it's because I'm just passionate. We'll just call it that. How about that? All right, so I'm just trying to size up my wheel here, trying to figure out where I want it. Um, you know, does it look good there? I don't know. I don't know. Um, let's see here. It's like a bottle cap almost, but you can see the S and the A are going to kind of hang over. When this tool rotates, it'll literally want to like drag it across the top. You'll see it in a second. We'll do it over here just so we see, but we'll get this all the way down on it. All right, go here. We'll get all these. We'll get all this in there. Looks good, looks good. It is a black wheel, of course. Get rid of our projection tool. Let's see what we did. Scroll out a little bit, bring this thing back in the center. Now let's turn it around. That's essentially what it will look like before the bearings are put in it, all that stuff. Kind of something like that. Do a little something over here. Let's move it around. Let's put that logo over here on the side. I just like my logos like this, so that's what I do. All right, so paint that on, iron it on, done. Go back out, get out of your projection tool. You can pretty much go into any tool. Just choose your little penny wand looking thing. What do they call it? Let's see if it pops up. Paint tool. All right. Let's go back to your paint tool. Roll back out. Look what you did. You like it? Yeah, we like it. Let's stick with it. All right. So from there, we're pretty much almost done. Let me just try to turn this thing. That way we can get back into a better view here. All right. Wheel's done. Looks a little funky. Doesn't look quite super round, but you see what I was talking about up there? It, kind of draws over that edge. If you bring this back down just a hair, you can really go back in there with your actual painting tool for the color of the wheel and just kind of get rid of that crap and just make it look real smooth. Some people like to go back in, use their textures before and after, put them over this part of it, makes it look a little bit more realistic. Some people are awesome at it, and heck, I even give them props. That stuff is good. That is good stuff. I'll download them every single time, especially if they want to give them away for free. Uh, so we pretty much got it. All right, I like it. I don't want to do too much more with it, but I want to do a little something extra. I don't want to make it just black. So obviously, as you've probably seen, so many other videos on this. There's lots of things that you can do. Go into your materials. Special smart materials, it doesn't really matter if you do get to play around and kind of choose what you can do. But we'll just choose something Let's just choose this one. It's the top one. Let's choose brass. Fuck it, we'll make it brass. Oops, it looks brass, but really what's happening here is you put the brass on top of your color. And you'll see this over here in the layers. So right here it says normal. Yeah, that's because it's brass, and that looks normal if it was brass. We want to not make it so transparent. I mean, it is 100% brass. Let's bring it down, and you can start to see it come through. If we bring it down to about 10, 15, somewhere right in there, you'll see it still be kind of shiny, but it's not. It has a different kind of shine to it, right? Nothing really fancy, nothing glittery or shiny yet, but a little shine. Uh, for different stuff, you can take it all the way down to 0. If it has built-in textures to it, they will remain with no color. And that is awesome, especially when we save this and you see all those textures come through, regardless if we use them or not. It's awesome that they're there. So next is, brass is okay, but you know what? I still want to keep going. Man, I want to have some fun. I don't want to make it look like a leather sofa, but uh, wheels are generally white and round. Not really too much to them. Not like other stuff. Uh, so we'll add that to it. Same thing happens. It starts on the top layer. It makes it completely titanium. We don't want it to look like that. We want it to be shiny and chrome because we love Mad Max. Uh, so we do that, yeah, I'm not happy with it. I hate that. I don't like titanium pure. I'm just going to dump it in the trash. Goodbye, titanium pure. All right, next one's up. Let's go to smart materials. Let's just do something else. These look a little different. They are a little different, but uh, you can see what they all are. Kind of tells you. Now you get a chance to move these around. Yeah, and some of them we'll see. I might not do a whole lot of that in this video. Might do a little bit more of that in another video where we really get to play around and we can really, we can change the way this camo looks, right? We can change how big it is, the size of it, the way it's turned. We can. I mean, you might as well be making your own camo. Uh, glass. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, you go ahead. Hmm. When you produce vids like that, I'm sure they probably put a hurting on that computer. So, all right. Again, same issue as always, right? Yeah, it's on fire, man. All right, so that one works a lot better. I just like that glass look. It makes it look shiny. I like it. Um, all right, so we'll go with that one. We'll say we like that one. All right, so next things next. Basically, what we got to do is you can save it if you want. If you want to save a file, save it as start it up later, come back to it, whatever. I'm not worried about it, so we're just going to export it now and we'll call it a file. First thing you do is see this here when it opens up. Obviously, you want to choose where it goes. So please choose where it goes. Don't put it back in Substance Painter Export, of course. I stick all my stuff where obviously I already have it ready to go, ready for Havoc. We're going to call this wheels. Uh, it's going to go into a general wheels if you don't have one already ready to go. So we're just going to call this one, what was it, Santa Cruz. Oops, no, Santa Cruz. It's not Tom Cruise, although I don't even know if that's spelled the same way. But hey, okay. So we got it called Santa Cruz. Next thing is how the configuration is set up. There's a lot of talk about this and kind of what they all do and stuff. Try them out. You're not going to break it. See how many different files this thing spews out by choosing these individual little selections. Don't say you always need to go to pipeline, but hey, it's an easy one and it works. But you don't have to. You will get different results, different things that get spewed out by choosing the different selections. So don't be afraid. Try a few of them. You might like those. So as we know, it is done. Okay, so we hit finish. Okay, done. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Let's go back to the Havoc files. We put those, unfortunately, I couldn't find my wheels earlier. That should be sorted. I'll bring this back in 1 second once I find them. All right, and there we go. Oops, let's bring that back up. There you go. Nice, nice shot of my messy desktop. That stuff's almost a wallpaper by now, so I'll just use it as wallpaper. Let's see here. let's get that back up. There we go. Wheels. All right, so where these wheels go? Where'd they go? They went into something called Santa Cruz. All right, and there's nothing there. Very strange. We'll move that back off to the side. Let's see what we did here. We're gonna go File, Export Textures, Wheels, New Folder. Did I have a folder called New Folder? I think I wanted it to go in Santa Cruz, but I did have a folder called New Folder. For some reason, they didn't go into Santa Cruz, they went into New Folder. All right, anyways, what happens here next? So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of that because we're not going there. Let's get rid of that actually. Let's bring that back up. What I like to do, I put it right into Photoshop after this. So I'm gonna go open up with Photoshop. There we go. And then from here, obviously you can still play around with it. It's got its own file, you know, obviously it's a ping at this point. But you know, when we go back and we look at the texture that it produces for it, it's good. It really is. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I'll throw it in here just for fun, that way we can see it. It's a blank screen, right? Blank color. Some stuff it'll produce, it'll actually have the textures in it. Some stuff won't. So what I always like to do, I come over here to Photoshop, and here's where the magic happens. Go to 3D, go to normal, generate normal map. In about 2 or 3 seconds, you get boom. It starts to generate it, starts to do all this stuff. If I take out the black and remove it, it might cut down on your file size because it really removes all this crap. But you know, that's up to you. This right here, 3D, the daylights, every map has its own environment. This is different. If you choose the same thing on these wheels and you go play this wheel in the same or different maps, what actually happens is you get different effects on the wheels. This is not only done with, you know, can be kind of manipulated, I guess you could say, by choosing any of these selections. You'll find what works best for you and, you know, go with that. You'll kind of see what it kind of does on here. Nothing, you know, really to write home about. And there's your normal map. Obviously, what you can do is just go File, Save As, whatever we wanted to call it. It should put them back in here. It calls it Wheels Base Color. Wheels Base Color. That's just how Substance kicks things out as base color, normal, and for some reason, mask map. Okay, base color, we'll just call it normal. Actually, that way I don't have to go back and change that one. It just makes it a little easier real quick. All right, so ping, done. All right, so we're gonna go save, save. All right, so we're almost done here. At this point, you know, you want some extra effects, you want some extra flash, you want some extra flare, you want to see what you're not getting. Go back in here to edit image, go back to adjustments, hue saturation. Oh yeah, and watch this. There you go. Imagine the different effect you'll get if you put this into a color range for metallics. Uh, or you can always hit cancel and go back, whatever you want. You can go, and you can just go nuts with this. You get different effects, as you know, as some of you may know, some of you may not know. So this is really where the magic is happening, right here inside of these, and also in those mask maps, or PBRs, whatever you want to call them. So again, we got it. We got one here. So let's just, you know, everybody probably knows what my wheels kind of look like. So, you know, well, we'll see what this one looks like, right? All right, so we're going to replace it. It says, yes, existing file. Yes, all right. Nothing wrong with that. Go back in here to this file structure. I don't like these types of mask maps. There's nothing wrong with them. Just not my preference. Obviously, as some of you know, I've come up with my own. I like my own colors. I like what I like. Easy enough. Just hit delete. You can use one if you want. Actually, you don't have to. You know, let's bring it back in. Screw it. Let's use it. You can't call it mask map. And I get questions all the time. Hey, what do you call these files? Hey, what do you call these files? It's pretty easy. You just need to look at what's already out there, look what it's called, and just name yours that. It's not, you know, it's dot mask PBR, just like this one is dot normal dot mask PBR. You will have to change these. You can't call them mask map. For some generators, it doesn't matter. You can put them in that way. You can put them in as number one. It doesn't even matter what you call them. But you do have to change this one. So wheels dot mask PBR, and you're done. All right, right, so when we open up the game, we'll be able to go into here, we'll be able to go into Havoc, we'll be able to go into Wheels, we'll be able to go into New Folder. We should see Wheels base color, and if I had it down here on my hotbar, we'd actually be able to play the game. Shit. Give me 1 second here. Let's go test these things out. Alrighty. We might have to do something like this. We might have to do something like this. Ah, export, export. I just want to cancel. Somewhere over here I have this thing. There we go. I think I got it there. All right, we are about to start the game. We got the wheel done, all saved, all in a folder. So here we go. Actually, got to mute this. Uh, yeah, yeah, you can't see it either, but I have a an hourglass right now. Any day now, this thing will start. All right, here we are. It's going, it's going. All right, let's get rid of that. Mm. Yeah, it's not a problem. So, if anybody remembers from that video I was talking about, if I turn this guy around, hey, there's a cowboy hat with little Jack on it, right? Okay, spin him around a little bit. Ah! All right. Just playing around here. I got one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love that one. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's go to our wheels. Wheels. Oh wait, no, these aren't custom wheels. Should have just went the other way. All right, so these are what are they called? Oh my god, I got all of them here. None of my oh my god, none of my folders are working. I should have. I think I have my mod turned off for my folders. They were called. They were in. Oh, wheel mask map. See, that's what happens when you call things wheel base color, wheel mask map, wheel normal. That's how they turn out. You know, purple, green, whatever it was meant to be. What do you think of those? So many attempts, you know, so you got to go back in and change those files because obviously they were meant to look like something else. You know, I don't remember. I think they were just called wheels base color is what they should be called. And we'll have to roll through them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It might not. It might not look bad at all. Uh, Let me just see where this thing's at. Where did they go? Wheels. Ah, okay. I see what our problem is. It doesn't like things called the same thing twice. So you can't really call things wheels. It just doesn't like it. So you can go wheels, 1. We'll call these wheels. Let's just make it easy. A dot mask PBR. Go back into here. Underscore A. Can't say base color either anymore. But we can say A dot normal. Wheels A dot mask PBR. Wheels A dot normal. And wheels A. Wheels, it just doesn't like. Maybe we can get in there and actually get this done. All right, wheels A. There's our normal. There's our wheels A normal, wheels A normal. You want a big purple thing? I'm gonna delete it. All right, and we get back into this. Let's get out of there, go back into it. Now I can go the other way. What do we call it? A? Where's my A? There we go, there's A. Well, I put them on the inside, didn't I? All right, anyways. They're okay. They're not bad. They're not great. But as you can see, we did them in 5 seconds. Pretty easy to do. Let's get out of there. But you have them here, you have them like this, you got them all ready to go. They're all pretty much done, and you're like, you know what, man, that actually wasn't that great. Well, I guess you know what to do then. You go back into your 2D mode and you say, you know what, I hate that. It actually wasn't that good. Like an idiot, I put it on the wrong side. I should have put it on this side. Should have done that whole thing backwards. I guess maybe what you can also do is maybe something like this. Go down here. Should I? Could I? I could. Just copy them, flip them over, try it again. Easy enough to do. So all that you got to do, take a screenshot of it. If it's good enough, it'll work. Uh, if it works, we'll see. Screw it. Leaving the saving in there. I don't need it. Actually, I do need it. Actually, scratch all that. Let's not do that. That's a bad idea. Don't listen to me. Let's paint it back. Paint it back to black. Get ready for an all new day. All right. Now let's have some fun. All right. We're all back to black. Everything's okay. We fixed everything. Life's looking good again. Back to this. Back to get out of that. Let's go back to our textures. Let's find something fun. Nice big ol' something. What do we choose here? Homer? Nah, let's not do Homer. Let's do something neat. There's the shirt in there, the Thrasher. More Spitfire. Let's do something like this. Okay, let's not do that one. Yeah, let's do this one. All right. Easy enough to do. Little anime girls. All right. Let's put her little face over here. Yeah. I have some rictas up. Let's not worry about that. Yeah, I made those cherry bombs. Those are off the basis of, a friend wanted some kind of things made, so I made up some designs, some ideas, kind of went with those, and It wasn't that bad, but I like the little cherry bombs. Yeah. I like the cherries. I like the most. Uh, just kind of got crap all over it too. It's not really that great. That's really just wow. Okay, so we'll leave it about like that. I do like our little bow. Let's just paint over her hair there and put a little bow there. All right, got a little bow. I like it so much. I'm gonna put it down here too. All right, back into 3D mode. Turn this thing around. Let's get her little hearts all over the wheels. Turn it a little bit, spin it. A little bit more. All right, and we're getting somewhere. Where we're getting, I don't know. Oh, oh, there we go. All right, so we just gotta finish up this little side, and man, I don't know. Let me just finish up with some roses over here. You think? Like some of those? Give me some more, please. Let's get some more. Let's stick some over there, but yeah, we need them all to kind of. There we go. All right, mumbling to myself. That's great. Put those in there. All right, good enough. Good enough. Otherwise, we'll never be happy. We'll sit here all night, and I'll just sit here and do this until I have to go to sleep. Uh, all right, we need a little bit more up here. Let's fill these areas with more roses and flowers. Just kind of go over it. Don't worry about the effects. It's because of all the glass visor stuff up here. Plus we have lighting on it. It wants to show you kind of a real environment. So you'll see dark areas, light areas. Don't worry about that. It's fine. Just make sure you paint it on. All right, now let's get rid of this. I think we missed some more spots. Yeah, we're missing the whole bottom area. Okay, let's get there. Let's get that on there. A little bit more over here. I like that rose. Okay, a little bit more over here. Let's put a little that little thingy on there. Okay. All right. And I just want to get rid of all that hair and just put all this over there. All right. Get rid of our projection map. Go back to this. Let's scroll out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Ah, painted right over it. Okay. Pretty shiny. We can take off the shiny, obviously. Go up to your layer, delete the layer. Not bad. Little anime girl. All right, so if we go File, we want to export that texture. We want to find out where we put it. And guess where I'm going to put it? I'm not going to put it in new folder this time. I'm going to put it in Santa Cruz. Folder select, pipeline, choose anyone you want. Pipeline. It's probably the right selection, but I've tried them all. I've tried a few of them. They all do a little different. You get different colors, different things happen. So it looks to be more preference, or maybe it's dependent on program, specific. So what version of Unity and all that stuff. So all right, so we got that. We got that. We got that. We'll go back into that. Where was it? Oh, we put Santa Cruz in new folder. That girl in Santa Cruz. All right, so we got our Santa Cruz. Again, once again, it doesn't like wheel color. Oops, clicked it too much. This is how they look. It's easy enough to go back in. What we do here is we add a bearing into these areas. Save the file, and you got your bearing inside. let's close that. Oops. We will call this, let's call it, I love saying Annie. I don't know why. Annie. A-N-I-E. This mouse map, I'm sorry, I'm getting rid of these things. These normals, okay. Uh, as always, open it back up in Photoshop. Wheels, Annie. Because you've already called it Annie, should stay Annie. Well, we'll see. Okay, go File, go. Oh, it's already open. What am I doing? All right. Filter, 3D, generate normal map. Boom. Give it about 5 seconds. Get rid of this thing because you don't need it only when you do these maps. So once it's done, you can really get rid of it if you are okay with all your tools and all that stuff. I'm generating it without the bearings in it because I'll do bearings later if I want to keep it. If not, I'll delete it. Once again, choose all your selections. Let's go with fire on this one. Fire is okay. Don't play with it. Just see what it looks like first. You can obviously go back, export as, or excuse me, save as. Save as. See, it is called Annie. Move over to the right. Just call it dot normal because that is not normal. And okay. All right, so we got those, we got those, we got those. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this right here real quick. File new. And I need to go back into my wheels and I need to grab myself one of these. All right, so that's my mask map. It's pretty, I mean, obviously you can, easiest thing to do, I'll do this on most of them as you use your color picker, color pick it up. Now you got your color, make a new layer and use your paint bucket tool and boom, paint bucket. And go file, save as, take off normal, mask map. Don't call it mask map, so it won't work. And save. This is a little bit more traditional for what I have. So minus that, actually, you might see it more like that, or the other way. I worked on that. That's actually crap. Uh, I thought it was stuff on my screen. I guess it's not my screen. It's actually on there. Okay, so that's done. I'll go back into this here, just close that a little bit, go back into all my stuff, join my messy screen, and let's go back into there. One day it'll open, one day it'll go. How's it going over there? What? No, close the program. All right, so let's go check these things out. Character, what did we call him? Annie. I think we called him Annie, right? Yeah. All right, and choose him, Mr. Annie. Boom. Look at them fuckers. There's there's my little girl. There's all the little roses. All that stuff you just made for all nice and shiny. Now, our realistic skaters, oh, they hate this. They'll never ride these things. But it is a game. It is a video game. And I've spent enough time writing realistic shit. I want to have some fun. And I'm making stuff I like. So, Yeah, if there's that one mod that, I mean, it makes it all look all crazy and you can make it long and stuff. Not quite like a surfboard, but I like the how the front or the it looks all jaggedy. It is neat. All right. Anyways, I can't even turn here. Let's get out of this. Let's go back over here. Fuck, this thing is like, yeah. Let's take it to the HUD. And I've got to fix this. Hmm. I wouldn't say they're too bad. Not bad for, just ironing on some crap on some wheels. Some little anime girl. But that's one way to do wheels. Uh, mm, I find that to be fun, so. But obviously, you can make wheels. You can use the standard templates and just about any type of editing software, absolutely free. But Substance is not bad for that kind of stuff, so it's great. All right, and if we're back into there, once again, we'll go back in here to 2D because that's always the easiest, and we'll say, oh my goodness, I hate all that. I want to get rid of it. Go back to your black color or your white color, and let's do that. Everybody likes white. Uh, what's going on there? Am I still on something? I am on brass pure. Let's get off that. Go back to our layer. We want it to be white. I just choose dynamic. I don't know. Back to a white. And there we go. We are ready to paint another day. Easy enough. Don't like it, just go file. You know, tired of doing wheels. Let's go do something else. Let's go have some fun. Yeah, what do we got in here? Oh, top hat, vacation hat, do rag. I know we like those cowboy hats. Oh, we gotta do something good here. Man, some of them just look weird. Um, Vacation hat. All right, let's just do that. Discard all your changes. Who cares about that thing? You can always bring it up and do another one at any point. All right. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Snap back. Yeah, 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 yeah. hold Alt while I'm trying to move it around. All right. Although it looks not bad and hard to do when you put it in 3D, unfortunately they're not straight and they're very difficult to work with. You don't know if that's front. You get this weird crack going down the middle. The only thing you can do is test it and try it and realize on certain things, if you put it on the front and you wear it in the game, you're actually putting it on the back. So it's a lot of manipulation, a lot of spinning it around, a lot of figuring it out before you get it in the right place. If you're not in 2D mode, it's a lot more easier to figure out where you need stuff. You know, you need your little logos up here or down here or along the side or, you know, just whatever it might be. But let's go new. Let's do a snapback. Those are fun. And slouch, snapback backwards. Okay. This will be for a good buddy of mine. He'll like this one, so it'll be fun. These snapbacks are really, really neat. Again, I always like to just make them really easy on myself. Go into black. Let's make it a lot bigger because I want to do it all at one time. Paint that fucker black. It's like that red door, you know. You saw a red door? Anyways, all right, so we're all black. Okay. And now we're going to move into something more fun. We're going to go textures. We're going to go into our smart materials. We're going to choose something a little bit leathery. Some of these are all different. They'll have different patterns and stuff in them. You'll have to go back into them if you don't like them and play with them to get them how you do want them. They'll all give you different effects. So you can kind of see what's already happened on this snapback. When you get closer onto it, it looks more like a close-up of a couch, to be honest with you. But in the game, in your 3D mode, this is how they come out. So I'll do them both. So as of right now, that's how the hat is going to look, kind of brownish. It will have that pitted orange peel couch look to it, but the hat is also going to be backwards. And at any time, we can also remove some of that. So we can give the hat the texture, and we can take the color away. From here, if we don't like it, let's say we just simply wanted to make it camo or something like that, you just drop it right onto it. If we don't like that leather, this has got more leathers. The asset store has even more. You can get free textures online. You can make them in Alchemy. It just goes on and on. But really, you can do so much with what's already there. So that's good enough for me for now. I've got so much anyway. So I don't like that. I definitely don't like that one. Let's get rid of it. All right, we'll keep that one. And steel bright. There we go. It's almost like we're getting there. All right, so it does put a little bit of gleam on it, a little bit of sheen. Honestly, I don't like that one either. All right, we're going with that one. All right, we'll just stick with that. Don't want to make it too chromy on them. All right, and we will go here. We will go back onto our actual object. We're going to go into projection mode, put that hat about center, back to our base color. We're in the right one. Textures, okay. For our good buddies down there at Wicked. Let's get that one in there. Again, logo's really big on there. You gotta size this up. It's a little bit of trial and error once you lose your center. So you gotta kind of play with it here. Once you know where it's kind of going to be, this is what I do. It makes it real easy. Go ahead and just make a mark. That's how the mark is. And this is why I go back into 2D. You go back into 2D and you see where the mark actually is. The more practice that you get with it, the more that you'll see that it's very difficult to, let's say, let me get rid of this so you can see this, to get it, let me make this a lot smaller. There we go, we're small now. To get the logo to be lined up with the center of the hat, it's not easy once you're trying to scroll in on it and you're trying to line it up and you're this close. So what I do is I make a mark. I can see where it needs to be, about the size, the size of where it's at, and then I'll bring back open my projection tool. Oftentimes you'll be seeing when I open this that it might be upside down. So you can see my W is way down here, but in fact what's happening is I need to go like that. So it actually is upside down. I can kind of see where it's at. It gives me a little bit better idea of where to put it. Plus at any time, you can obviously get rid of it go back to your black, make that a lot bigger, obviously. Scroll out a little bit, paint it over, put back on your projection tool, scroll back in, paint it back into it. Uh, but I always like to make it a lot bigger. That makes it a lot easier on yourself. So you only do it once, really. Just wiggle it around, just paint it on there by clicking it on, whatever you want to call it, and remove go back to your little wandy thing. We can see it on there, nice and on there. Go back into your 3D mode and see what it looks like. So you can see it there, big wicked, right on the cap, very centered up, almost to the top. Now I've done a few of these like cap buttons and stuff, and guys, it's preference more than anything. If you look at this thing, it's kind of, it's not, maybe one day it'll get there. Don't know. It's They're funky. But yep, we got ourselves a cap. Nice W on it. It does look a little weird, like it's being pulled over. Like you see, that's not round. I don't like that. So I want to make it look good. So I'll continue to try until it looks good. So back again into the wicked. You know what? Let's do something really fun for him. Let's do this. Let's stick this logo right on the cap, right on the rim, right there. Nice and round. We'll see what we get, see what it looks like. We're really big, so boom. There we go. How's that look? Boom. Would look good with something right there, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this. See if we can get it on this way. Back into the projection tool and remove that logo. And of course, those guys down at Wicked, they have more than one logo. I messed that one up in Photoshop. It looks very strange, so big. It's all jaggedy. It's almost like it's rasterized in Photoshop, and it loses that smoothness. I think it happened with the black one too. I'm not sure. I just can't put it there. Let's put it here. Yeah, same thing happened there. I'll need to go into that real quick. We'll be able to fix all that. Well, meantime, uh, let's go with just that little logo on it. And I know he liked this a lot. Where was it? Because it was really cool. Um, all right, let's do this. Let's. Oh, I don't know if the one thing to keep in mind if you don't remove your backgrounds, whatever you paint on there is that color. So the white girl, the background of the whole thing will be white. You know, and that doesn't look good. Um, but some stuff does, and you know, the more you play with it, the more you'll see it. But some things I like. Uh, but he might not like this, but you know what? I made it for him, so hopefully he won't kill me. All right, so get out of the projection tool. You can see it's on there. It's not quite the same color, but again, I think that could be a reason for a couple things. But you can kind of see where I went around it too. If you get real close to it, it's almost like the colors are different up there. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe it's just the lighting. Okay, so we're all kind of done with the hat. Snap back. Okay, export your texture, of course. This one's new, so you're going to need to go back in here. We're not ever going to use substance export. So we're going to go back into there. I put this in my specialty hats. Specialty hats. There we go. And next. And there we go. And select folder. Okay. Back into my pipeline. Again. Oops. Pipeline. Oops. And export. Okay. Got all these. There's a little extra process you got to do right at the end of this, but we'll get right through that and we'll get that done and we'll test this hat out. Okay, so we hit OK. Bring up our little folder here. Where did it go? It went into specialty hats. Let me bring that over here for you guys. Specialty hats. Next. And it is here. Okay. So remember what I was saying about these types of files? It actually will make them a little bit better for some stuff and crappy for some. And that's what it did with the hat. So you can see all the little pits in there. You can see all the little weirdness in there. Let's get rid of that. Again, what's up with these things it kicks out with these mask maps? Honestly, it'll make your hat look shiny. Unless you're into that stuff, go ahead and keep it. But we do want to make it look a little bit like there's logos on it, like a patch or something like that. It'll help it be pushed out using those normal maps. There's some programs that make them look better. There's free programs out there too. From what one of my good friends told me, you can literally add your files and it produces you normal maps. Pretty neat, height maps, all that stuff. So All right, so we got those two. What we need to do next is we need to put it into something that way it makes the file. Let's go here. Let me go here. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Just bear with me. It's okay. And specialty hats, cowboy. No, no. Uh, okay, so we go back into our next. We're gonna add in our snapback. We're gonna add in our normal, and we're gonna call this. This is W. Let's call it W from me. From me. W from me. All right, so generate it. Pops it in there. I need to bring up another folder. New. Skater XL. Snapbacks. And where did it go? Went in there, right? Yep. W for me. All right. Yeah, let's close that. We need to keep that open. I'll do some more later. We'll keep those open. We'll get rid of that. We don't necessarily need that. But what we do need to do is continue to make folders. Otherwise, it just dumps them. If you put it, it will copy over itself. So you have to do something with it. If you don't do anything with it and you forget that stuff right there, you'll lose it because it'll just get copied over. So I just, I'll name a 1 to a million if I need to. Okay, open up that. Get it ready for next time. It's there. Don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and test this out one more time. Snapback hat for W from me. All right, so, oh, what happened with my mouse? Oh, come on. Okay, I've got a, I've got a few of them. There's a few people sending them to me, so we'll get that video put together. PV doesn't have the time, unfortunately. There's a couple other people who said they'll do it, and obviously I can do it too, but I'm not the best at making the videos. I'll leave that to people that are good at it, I guess. Okay, so we got the glasses. I love my shades. Let's go to my hats. Let's go to my snapbacks, and this one's called W for me. There we go. And just like that, little dope snapback. Eh, we'll go put it up on them for them guys, right? So, you can go get that at from the Wicked team there. Um, yeah, it's cool. I like it. I might actually sport that for a while. That don't look bad. I like that little logo. I made shoes out of it. I like the little girl with the robotic eye. I just like it. Um, I like his logo. It's dope. I like it. Uh, but I'm probably going to end the stream here. Hopefully everybody liked it. That's pretty much what I do, when I do most stuff. The rest is just listening to music and figuring out what I want. So, uh, but yeah. Yeah. Let's get back into this OBS. We'll get this thing shut down. Alrighty, and stop recording. I think that was it. Stop recording.